it's Allie and welcome to my channel. So today, not in my usual spot, I'm gonna do a little bit of a late afternoon slash evening in my life. This was supposed to be like a full day in my life, but honestly, I'm just really fatigued today. I don't know why. I just feel so low energy that this morning I kind of just sat around, read, did some computer work, but I really need to get a lot of stuff done today because this fall season, I just have so much going on, especially on the weekends. We're out of town almost every single weekend, so I really have to maximize my weekdays this season. But it is a few days before the fall season officially begins, and it's about time to get the house ready for fall. So that is what I am going to be doing now. First, I am going to show you some recent purchases that I made. Some of these are fall, some are just general. I'm really trying to not buy a lot this season at all. I just have to get some stuff for like my tiny little front doorstep area. Probably gonna go to Walmart and get some flowers for there, but otherwise I just have these few things and I'm gonna make do with what I have. I do try very hard to kind of have like all season decor. One, because then I can find stuff that I really love. I don't want to change it every season, but then I don't have to have all of this super seasonal decor that I'm changing every like 3 months. Late afternoon coffee, definitely needed today. But after we get the house decorated, I do want to make some fall treats. We just got new neighbors right behind our house, so we figured why not take them over some treats this evening, introduce ourselves, and hopefully get a good first impression with our new neighbors because they are right behind us. And then we were gonna go to a local fair, and it's like a pretty big deal around here, but I guess it's gonna rain all night and it is just like a little bit too far to go with a chance of rain. So probably just gonna hang out, and honestly, because I am so tired today, I'm okay with it. Probably finish up Survivor. That's Ryan and I's favorite show to watch together. But okay, let me show you what I picked up today. So I did just get back from the thrift store as well as Hobby Lobby and Target. The main thing that I went to the thrift store for was frames because I recently got these beautiful prints. I'll show you in just a second. And they are 16 by 20, and frames are freaking expensive. So I think the thrift store is a fantastic place to go looking for them. Unfortunately, I did find one frame, so that was really good. I found one 16 by 20 frame, but I did not find a second one. So then I did go to Hobby Lobby to get one, and it's a little bit more expensive than I thought it would be. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll show you what I got. We'll work backwards because that's just the order I have this stuff in. The last stop I made was Target. So people probably thought I was nuts because I was looking at these for such a long time, these diffusers. I'm trying to use the essential oil diffusers more so than candles this season because I have some hormonal problems, and one thing that can really disrupt your hormone levels is candles, lighting candles. You can get like really good organic ones that are fine, but if you're just going to like Target or whatever, those might be some hormone disruptors. So I did get a couple candles you'll see in a second, but I'm only gonna light those when we have like company over, which honestly that's pretty much the only time I light candles anyway. But when I'm in my office, I am gonna use this so I can still have those nice fall scents, but hopefully they won't mess me up too badly. And they have a lot of different designs, but I do like to decorate with a lot of gold, some kind of ornate vibes, and I thought this one was really pretty. They have probably like 10 or 15 different options. I thought I would find one at Hobby Lobby before I went over to Target, but I couldn't find any. That was probably just me. But as you'll see in a second, Hobby Lobby is not that cheap. I thought it was cheaper than Target, but I honestly think Target is less expensive. Okay, and then the two candles that I got, I think these are really cute. I'll just have these out in our main area. So these are both from the Threshold brand, and this one is warm cider and cinnamon, and then this one is vanilla pumpkin. Man, I hate to be so basic, you guys, but Target just has good looking stuff, good smelling stuff. They always have so much. So if you are in need of seasonal fall decor, I would obviously recommend going to the thrift store first, but Target, they will come through for you. All right, so next, some things that I got from the thrift store. I went in there with the purpose of finding some frames, and of course I did end up picking up a couple other things in the home decor section, but I didn't leave there, so it was like a quick little, probably like 8 minutes in and out situation. But it was a good thing I went today because I got this 40% off coupon for Volunteer of America's official grand opening. They've been open for several weeks, but I guess this is like their grand opening. So mostly I did get some frames, but I did get a couple glasses as well. So I decided to pick these two up because I have some other matching glasses that have the same gold rim around the edge, and these were only $2. And I do find this store to be a little bit expensive. It's not a place I foresee shopping a whole lot. There's a couple other thrift stores that I think have better prices. So yeah, $2 for this store each. I thought that was a pretty good deal. And one day when I have more open cabinets, I am gonna display all my really pretty gold rimmed glassware. So I figured I'd regret it if I didn't get it, why not? Another frame I picked up was this really pretty one for $4.99. And I don't have an immediate place to put this, but whenever I find frames that are very much my style, that are a decent price, I do like to pick them up because we will be moving to a bigger house in the future, and frames are pretty easy to store, and a lot of times I will go into my frame bucket and pick things up. Also, I probably will be doing a lot of kind of like homemade gifts for people this Christmas season, especially people that I know don't mind thrifted gifts. So I might use this and put like a really pretty print in there or something for a gift. I was also pretty happy to find these frames. I got two of the exact same ones. So I was just at my grandma and pap's house, and my gram gifted me a lot of her brooches. She has a lot of brooches that have special significance to her, and I'm a very sentimental person. I like to decorate with things that she has given me or other people in my family have given me. I was kind of trying to figure out what I could do with these brooches because I don't like the idea of things just sitting in a box. I never see them, whatever, they're kind of just collecting dust. So I went on Pinterest, of course, while I was there, and I saw that people had taken frames like these, frames that have like a lot of smaller little windows within them, and you take out the glass and then you put the brooches kind of on display in the frame, and then I could hang it up. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I really only needed one, but I decided to get both just in case. Again, I'll just put it in the frame bucket if I don't end up using it. But yeah, be on the lookout for a future short where I attempt to make this little brooch display. I'm excited about it. And these I got for $4 each. All right, and as I said, I did find one 16 by 20 frame at the thrift store. I'm not 100% sure if it is a little bit broken. I think it's fine. Some of the tabs have just kind of made it a little bit loose, so I'll just have to mess with it. It's not a crazy frame, but actually this was like what I was looking for, just a really nice wooden frame. And I did get this for $13. So again, I think this thrift store is a little bit pricey. But as you'll see in a second, this was a much better deal than the other frame I ended up getting from Miss Hobby Lobby. This is the only thing I did end up getting from Hobby Lobby, and I did not check the price tag. I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, there is a price tag on the back, but I didn't check it because I just assumed it was like 25 bucks or whatever. This was $53 with the tax, and to put it in perspective, all of that stuff I got from the thrift store, the 4 frames and the 2 glasses came out to a total of $32. So yeah, that's why you go to the thrift store first. I probably could have found another 16 by 20 frame at another thrift store, but I honestly just did not feel like going to anymore, and I really want to get these pictures hung up. And you never know if you're gonna find something that will look good together. And as you can see, this is not the same wood tone as this one, but I kind of like that. I kind of like a little bit of a mismatched wood look, and I haven't hung them up yet, so we'll see if it looks terrible together, but I think it's gonna turn out fine. in worst case scenario, I can just spray the other frame a different color. But I do really like this one. I like that it has a little bit of detail to it. All right, and I did not get these today. I ordered these in the mail, but I did get some stuff from my favorite YouTuber. I think I can safely say he's my favorite. His name is Drew Scott. He's weirdly like best friends. Not weirdly, it's just kind of funny. He's best friends with James Charles, the controversial makeup guru. And Drew has his own YouTube channel, and it's a completely different vibe than James Charles. Drew is super calm. He does all interior design, and I absolutely love his style. He had lived in an apartment for a few years, and his landlord let him like do whatever the heck he wanted. So he had a whole series of videos remaking his apartment. Extremely satisfying. Again, absolutely love his style more than anyone else that I've found on YouTube. And he just bought this kind of rundown like Spanish villa style house in LA. And so that has been his content lately, remaking that house. So if you really love interior design like I do, especially people that are showing you as they go, home renovations, definitely check out his channel. Spoiler, I'm gonna talk about this probably at the end of the year, like my end of the year wrap-up video, goals for the future. But that's kind of where I see my channel going in the next 3 to 5 years. My husband Ryan and I really hope to buy a really cool big old house with lots of land, and I think my channel will kind of evolve into us remaking that house and kind of having our own mini homestead life. I think that would be really awesome. That's kind of how I see my life going as I enter into my 30s. So hopefully you guys will be cool with that. But anyway, wow, big story. To go back to this guy, Drew Scott, he has, I don't want to say merch, he has his own online store, and his items on that store I absolutely love. And he just came out with a fall collection. So he's got lots of different prints, baskets, wall art, different things like that. And so I did just place an order with him, and I definitely will be placing more orders in the future. His mom and his aunt run the shop, and there was one thing that I guess broke and they had none left, and they contacted me and said you can pick something else. They even let me pick something that was more expensive. So great customer service, small business. Anyway. So the thing that I actually got in place of something else, I had ordered like a hanging mirror type thing that I was actually gonna gift to someone else. But yeah, that broke. So they let me get these essential oils instead, which I think these were about like $7 more than the mirror, and they were super nice about it. And these are a bunch of fall scents. They sound really amazing. It's apple mint, spice cider, into the wood, so not sure what that one smells like, orange twist, vanilla spice, which I'm guessing will be my favorite, and then fall nights. So I will use this with my new diffuser from Target. Kind of random, but I also picked up this planner from Lone Fox. I think one, the design is just really pretty, but this is my favorite kind of planner because it doesn't have the times in it. I really don't like planners that say Monday and then like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. because my life is not really organized by time most of the time. I like to just know what I have to get done throughout a day, and then I just do it whenever I want or whenever I can. So I do really like the setup of this, and this one was pretty inexpensive. Also kind of random, but I did get this Harvest Spice Air and Linen Mist. So this does have kind of a nice little fall vibe to it. I think I'm just gonna put this in my guest room. And the last two things that I got from Drew from Lone Fox, the main reason I went on his site, were these two prints. These are what I'm gonna put in the frames. So you guys know I love like vintage decor. I love mixing kind of some modern pieces, some ornate gold pieces with more vintage looking things. So I really like these prints. This one is this woman reading a book. Yeah, I feel it, that's me. So that one I really like. And then the other one is this kind of moody floral piece. So I think these both are really pretty. I think they're gonna look really nice on a wall in my living room. So I'm gonna put these in here, have my husband hang them up at some point today, and then of course I will show you guys the finished look. Okay, so those were all my recent buys. I'm gonna get myself situated. I'm gonna drag up the rest of the fall stuff. The coffee's starting to hit, so that's wonderful. And we'll get everything put away, and then we'll make some special treats. We'll see. I also did forget to mention that I did get some fall pillows last week at Costco, and these were priced so well, you guys. I wasn't really thinking that I needed new pillows this fall, but I am going to go ahead and change out the pillows that are on my bed. I usually don't really do any seasonal decorating in like my whole downstairs or bedrooms or my office or anything, but I think these will be a really nice touch. These were only like $13 and they're definitely the same quality as like Target pillows or Home Goods or anything like that, where I would have paid at least like another $10 to $15. So I got this one. This one is probably my favorite. I like it because I use a lot of blue in my house. I really like blue tones, but it does also, of course, have the kind of more orangey browns in it, which makes this have a very fall vibe. I also did get this one. Again, really like the blues. And I also got this little pillow, which I think is gonna look really nice styled in front. It actually does have this home on the side that's supposed to be showing, but I'm not really a huge fan of like words on pillows and things like that. This one isn't too bad, but for my preference, I am just gonna put it on this side. So let's style these. The first thing that I will put up for fall. Sorry for the weird mirror image, but the only thing I'm changing in the bathroom is literally just switching out the candles. I gotta tell you guys, this is the best smelling candle I have ever smelled in my life. I hardly even light it each year. I think I've had this for like 3 years. I just like to sniff it. Vanilla is my favorite scent, and I feel like this has kind of like a cinnamon vanilla vibe to it. It is Woodwick's Hot Toddy. It smells unreal. Yeah, absolutely favorite candle scent ever. All right, so I am all done decorating. It really did not take me that long at all. It took me a little bit to set up the different camera angles, but really that is what took me the most time. And I will say, I remember from years past, as I said, I'm going on 4 years in this house, I had changed the decor season to season a lot more than I have been like this season and spring and summer. And that is because, as I said earlier, I have focused on decor that is appropriate for all seasons. And as much as I love interior design and decorating and figuring out the perfect pieces, for some reason I always really have a hard time switching season to season, and I think it is just because I get very used to what the house looks like with the previous season's decor, and so I'm always like, I don't like this as much, but I'm sure I will become accustomed to this fall decor as time goes on. But I really feel like I didn't change that much stuff at all, but the house has a really different vibe. It has a lot more of the reds and oranges and things like that as I'm looking around, and I'm really happy with how this season did turn out actually. But I think it just goes to show that you really don't have to have a lot of season specific decor in order to change the vibe. I'm not personally a big fan of things that say like fall, you know what I mean? I instead prefer to change the colors. So I put some sunflowers out, I put some red flowers out, I don't know what they're supposed to be. I swapped out my little bunny statue for a little raven statue. And I feel like just swapping pillows, blankets, things like that make a really big difference in your home. And yeah, you don't have to change everything in all of your other rooms. I have a very open floor plan in my house, so of course what I'm going to focus on when decorating, no matter what season, is the spaces that people are hanging out in when they come to visit me, and that is pretty much my first floor. But they're not going into the bedrooms, and so I really don't change hardly anything in those at all. So if you feel like you need some things for different seasons, I would encourage you just go to the thrift store, look for things that are the color scheme of whatever season you're looking for, and don't sweat it if you don't have a lot of stuff to put out. Okay, but I need to do some cleaning up, and then I am gonna go ahead and eat a quick dinner and then bake something to take over to the neighbors because it's already almost 6 o'clock. Okay, so the dessert that I decided to make for the neighbors was just a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie recipe. And I just searched easy fall recipes and that's what came up. And these were in fact really easy to make. I'll go ahead and put a link to the recipe down below. I'll definitely make these again in the future, maybe to give to some other neighbors or friends or just Ryan, whatever. But I just wanted to take a quick moment to talk about a strong goal I have for myself this season. So the day after I filmed this video, I actually went to the doctor's. I had just had some extensive blood work and hormonal tests done. If you guys don't know, I've been struggling with some different health concerns for a while that I'm not going to get into. It's kind of like a lot of small things just adding up to be a big thing, you know. And my husband Ryan and I have also been trying to conceive for years and years and years. So that's a big stress in our lives. More than anything, I want to be a mom, so it's just something that has been hanging over our head for quite a while. We're trying to figure everything out. But anyway, one of my biggest problems from looking at my tests was basically I just put way too much stuff on my plate. I am someone, you guys have probably figured out by now, that I just really want to accomplish a lot of different things in my life. I firmly believe we only live once, and I want to make the most out of life. I have a lot of interests. I have a lot of things I enjoy doing, enjoy creating, and so that's why I have done so much. I have a few different YouTube channels, I'm writing, I'm working with a few nonprofits, and all of these things bring me a lot of joy, but it is overwhelming to my system, I'm finding. So I'm trying to figure out what to prioritize. So that will be my focus this fall, is to get some things off my plate. So some of these YouTube channels are going to be non-existent. I'll talk about that in a future video, but I'm just really trying to figure out what I can do to calm my body down, because my brain is super happy, but my body is not. And so I'm really prioritizing my health this season, and I would encourage you to do the same. I hope you are in a healthy spot, but maybe you also need to kind of figure out where you can put some things to the side. You don't have to do everything. But again, I probably will make a future just kind of chatty video about this, because as a creative person, and you might be a creative person if you like to watch my channel, we just do too much, and it's really hard for me not to do too much. But anyway, I don't know why I'm saying all this now, but I hope you've enjoyed watching this montage of cookies, and we'll chat soon. First batch of the pumpkin chocolate chip cookies went in the oven. Oh my gosh, guys. So I have been doing keto, very strict keto, eating under 20 net carbs a day. So a lot of meats and fats and fishes and nuts and things like that. Absolutely no sweets, no normal bread, nothing like that for about 5 weeks. And the most tempted I've ever been has been right now, because it's such a habit when you bake, I feel like, to just lick your fingers or taste a little taste or whatever. And I had to be like, no, 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 you cannot taste this, because I am very committed to doing this strict keto until the end of the year for health reasons. But yeah, I just had to share that because I was like, so automatically going to just put my finger in my mouth when I had a little bit of dough on it. But willpower, gotta have that willpower. And pumpkin desserts are like my kryptonite. I love like a pumpkin chocolate chip cookie, so I'm gonna have to find a keto pumpkin dessert recipe soon. But hopefully these turn out okay. I'm always nervous when I bake things for the first time and then give them to other people, but I'll make sure Ryan does a taste test. Cookie update. I think they look very nice and fluffy. They turned out well. Oh, Ryan didn't want to be on camera. Now he wants to be on camera.
They taste very good.
That's good. Ryan, you haven't been in a video in a while.
It's because you hate me.
No, because you don't want to be on camera.
You're ashamed of me. You see me and you say, I can't put him out to the world. They'll rip him to pieces.
Give the video a thumbs up if you want to see Ryan in more videos. Maybe he can do some unboxings with me or something. Yes? One cookie for every unboxing?
I like cookies are very good.
That's good. Alright, sorry, this lighting is like atrocious right now, but we just got back from chatting with our new neighbors. They are super nice, but my camera is blinking at me, so I guess this is the time to say goodnight. I hope you really enjoyed this fall video. I probably will make another video where I just do all things fall for a day. That was the original intention for this one, but you know, it's okay. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like the video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. Really helps my channel out a lot. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.